Hello and welcome to BMC Discovery. In this video, we are going to take a look on how to integrate Discovery with LDAP. For this demo, we are going to use a 24.1 Discovery appliance. LDAP is commonly used to access user or group information in corporate directory. Using your corporate LDAP infrastructure to authenticate user can reduce the number of administrator tasks that you need to perform in BMC Discovery. First, let's log in with the local user system and then go to the administration and in security section open LDAP. LDAP groups can be mapped to BMC discovery groups and hence assigned permissions on the system. The way in which BMC discovery integrates with your LDAP infrastructure depends on the schema that is implemented in your organization. So you need to involve your LDAP team in order to gather the information you need for this integration. So let's take a look at the configuration. We will first enable the LDAP support. Enter the server URI. It is the address of the LDAP server to connect to. The default port is 381 if you're using LDAP, and if you're using LDAP-S, it's 636. If you are using LDAP-S, then you will see a message regarding the CA certificate and provide controls enabling you to upload, remove, or replace the certificate. Your organization will have your own CAs that will provide a root CA certificate which will allow the appliance to trust the LDAP server certificate it receives over the network. For this demo, we will just use the LDAP server. Here, we will enter the username with which to connect to the LDAP server and enter the password. The bind timeout specifies the length of time that the appliance will wait before the login is assumed to have failed. Here we will enter the search base. It's the location in the directory from which the LDAP search begins. Here we will enter the search template, which is the template to use to search for the username in the LDAP database. This queries the LDAP database for the user principal name attribute, which is equal to the username, which is the username string that you have entered at the login prompt when you're trying to log into the Discovery appliance. Then select the search scope. It will define how deep to search within the search base. We will keep the user cache timeout and group cache timeout as default. The group mode is the one that determines the way LDAP server is queried for group information. It should match the LDAP server used by your organization. We will select this as Microsoft Active Directory. The group attribute on user node, group query, and membership attribute of the group node will depend upon your group node. And according to that, you need to ask your administrator to provide you this information. Now that we have entered all these details, let's click on Apply. Here we can see that the LDAP is now enabled. The connection status shows that the connection is established and the last update time. So the login procedure goes something like this. When a user attempts to log in through user interface, BMC Discovery first checks to see whether the username represents a local account. If no such local account exists and LDAP has been configured correctly, BMC Discovery attempts to authenticate against the directory and then performs an account lookup to return the group membership of that account. If the group mapping has been enabled, which is the tab over here, once it is enabled and configured correctly, then the authentication takes place and the user is logged in with the local BMC Discovery rights as defined in the group mapping. So let's add one group mapping. Click on Add. This group mapping table will enable you to assign the membership of BMC Discovery groups, which are available over here, to your LDAP group. So here we will enter the group and we will select the group as Public and System and click on Apply. Here you can add more than one group and assign them to the multiple permission groups in Discovery. For example, one LDAP group can be only mapped to the read-only permission and other LDAP group can be mapped to the Discovery administrators. For this example, we will just save this one group and here you can use the lookup user button. Enter the exact username, click on OK, and the page will show you all the LDAP group that this particular user is part of. Let's come back to the LDAP. Here we will click on Test Authentication. We will enter the username and enter the password and click on OK. If your LDAP configuration and the group mapping is configured correctly, the test result would be successful. Let's open the discovery URL from a different browser, and here we will enter the username, and here you can see that the user is able to log in successfully. For more details about the LDAP connection, configuration details and prerequisite, please refer to our online BMC discovery documentation. That's all in this session for right now. Thank you for watching.